a real pie expert. So if it's good, I'm gonna tell you if it's good. If it's trash, I'm gonna tell you if it's trash.
Even better than I was the last time, baby. Ooh,
we back.
What's up, J-Team? Welcome back to the channel. If you would like to join the J-Team, you just gotta click subscribe. So today I'm going to be making an apple pie. Yes, an apple pie, a nice, tasty, sweet apple pie. Thanksgiving is around the corner, and hopefully I can get this up before Thanksgiving so y'all can flex on your family members, okay? This is a good apple pie recipe. It's a recipe that I've made plenty of times before. Apple pie is actually my husband's favorite dessert, and you know he wanted some apple pie, so here we are. This recipe is super easy. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna be using some Granny Smith apples, and I'm going to start to peel them. Now I don't have that beautiful tool that gives you the perfect peel on apples. Luckily, I don't mind having a little bit of skin. My husband doesn't mind. So we're gonna leave some of the skin on, and I'm gonna cut them. I don't want them too big and I don't want them too small. I have the pot of apples. It is now time to add in the brown sugar. By the way, I did pre-measure all of this. Thank Lord, because y'all know me, usually I just do my own thing. I taste as I go, especially since there's no raw egg in this. But I'm starting to measure for the sake of you guys wanting to know the measurements. Light brown sugar, white sugar, nutmeg and cinnamon, lemon juice, and a pinch of salt. Now I am gonna pinch, but we might add some more later on because I think salt is like the most important part of this. A lot of people think that in sweets you don't really need that much salt. I disagree. Salt and sweet, it just adds something to it. I've had an apple pie that was like really just sweet, and I could tell that there was no salt in it, and it was just like, it's just too sweet. But when you add in a little bit of that salt, it does what it needs to do, okay? Now it's time to give this a good mix, and we're going to let it basically, I don't know if marinate is the right word, but we're gonna just let it sit in here just for about 15 minutes. Okay, so now it's time to pour it into the pot. Get it nice and warm, soften up the apples a little bit. You want to try to make sure to get it all. And one thing that I could have done, I could have just let it sit in the pot. Probably should have did that. So the apples are in and they're cooking. You want to go ahead and have your cornstarch on the side, because cornstarch is used to make things thick. Oh wow, y'all, it's getting thick already. I don't know if y'all can tell. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. You can tell it's getting thick because it's just, you could just tell, okay? You could just tell. Ooh, it is sticking to them apples, y'all. Yes, ma'am. I kind of want to taste it. You know what? Let's taste, because I always tell y'all to taste as you go. This is very important. If it doesn't have a raw egg in it, you can taste as you go. Anything that you're going to be adding a raw egg to, taste it before you add the raw egg, okay? I did that. I hope y'all are seeing this. After it's nice and thick, you want to remove it from the heat, and we're going to add in our butter and some vanilla. After adding the vanilla and butter, you want to let this cool, okay? That's important. This is kind of like a waiting game. You might as well go ahead and turn on a show, eat your dinner, eat some lunch, figure out something to do, because you want this to cool completely before putting it in your pie crust. I'm actually going to cover this, and I think I'm gonna put it in the fridge just to speed this up. I'm not gonna let it get too cold, you know, just let it cool down. First thing I'm gonna do is bust this one open, slide it out gently. Like this. Place it in the pan. Do have nails, so I do have to be careful, and I'm just going to kind of use like my knuckle and kind of make sure it's even all around. It's cool if it doesn't cover the whole part. As far as like the outer part, you want to make sure there's no cracks or breaks in the crust. That's important. Now it's time to add the filling. I just know this is gonna be good. This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna get y'all close up. Open this up. This is like the best part to me because you get to kind of manipulate the pie a little bit. Like right now it looks, I don't know, it looks a little interesting. I will say the edges are the hardest part to me because, you know, that's when you got to get the pinching and all of that. Okay, so we have it rolled out. So I take a pizza cutter and I cut lines like this. Oh man, I don't know if they should have been that thin, but you know what? The good thing is I do have another pack of pie crust, so if we need more, then we'll keep the lines as straight as possible. I don't know if everyone does it like this, but I wouldn't understand why not. Like, this is genius. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to place them on here. Hopefully y'all got a good angle. Give some gap in between. And then I take one and from here, I just lightly lift it because it's not sealed yet, you know. Under, over, under, boom, like that. Same for this one. This one starts over. Oh Lord, okay. And this one goes under. And this one's over and this one's under. Y'all get it. And just try to make it as neat as possible. Honestly, this design is so forgivable that it's not even gonna matter with the little tiny pieces of detail because I mean, come on, like this is already going above and beyond here. The filling peeking, I actually like it that way because it kind of gives me a little bit of a hint about how it's being cooked a little bit. If you have any other pieces, then you can figure out a way to add them in. This is where I kind of try to fill things in a little bit. So if you look at it right now, it looks good but weird, right? It's time to now clean up the sides of this pie. So we're gonna be cutting the strips that's just hanging. We don't need them. If you need to add in a little bit of water on your fingertips to soften the dough, just a little bit to manipulate it and, you know, move it around, that's what you gotta do. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off some of what I don't need. If you are a expert baker, let me know what your thoughts are. Like, I'm an amateur. Like, I am a home cook, home baker. I'm self-taught, so I like to hear feedback from people that actually like do this and just what they think. Like, am I doing good? Is this impressive? Like, what's your thoughts? Now, if you're not an expert, don't feel like you need to go too hard on me now. Okay, so the sides are now pretty much cleaned up. This is what my pie looks like, and not too shabby. I told y'all your girl can always make it look right. So now I'm gonna take an egg, and one thing I've learned, y'all, it's so crazy, like the whole world of cooking and baking and stuff. You can do plenty of egg washes. Like, you can do a egg white, which will still give it a nice color. It's just gonna be a little bit on the lighter side. You can do a whole egg, which is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna make it a little bit yellow but nice and flaky. You can do an egg yolk, that's gonna make it look a nice brown. It's so many things to it. Honestly, you can't really go wrong. Beat it up, 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 beat it up. Woo, what a workout. And now I'm going to put it all up on my pie. So now it's time to put it in the oven that has been preheating, and we're just gonna let it cook. I am gonna put it on a baking pan because I heard that that was just better. All right, this thing hot. It is time to cut this pie. I did let it cool, as you are supposed to. It looks really nice. I'm satisfied. I think I want to compare this to the last apple pie. I feel like there was a little bit more filling. As you can tell, the crust on the outer part kind of got a little bit more brown than the inner part, and I think that's because it just sits up higher than the middle part. But let's go ahead and cut into this thing. I'm always nervous cutting into things because, I mean, Ooh, I think it's gonna come out very nice. But is it going to sit up? Like this is on some, the first piece is always a little crusty. I'm gonna try. That works. I want it to be like a perfect piece, but it's okay. Not a perfect cut slice, but I mean, what are we supposed to do? Ice cream with my apple pie. I mean, come on. That's the only way to do it. I gotta give y'all another close up. The ice cream on top. Usually I do more ice cream than this. Dear Lord, please bless this pie. Let it be nourishment to my body in Jesus' name, pray, amen. Oh my goodness. I want to get a little bit of that crust. I need an apple. We gotta really put this all together. Oh my goodness. I gotta go in again. I did that, y'all. There's nothing that I would change. No. There's nothing I would change, y'all. Steven's here, my husband.
A real pie connoisseur. A real pie expert. So if it's good, I'm gonna tell you if it's good. If it's trash, I'm gonna tell you if it's trash.
He said he didn't want his own slice. You probably gonna get another slice later.
Yeah, if it's good. Let's see.
Yeah, I know you're trying to pick up that crust.
Gotta get it.
He
Yeah.
loves the crust.
The crust is my favorite part of the pie.
I know he's gonna like it.
All right, here we go. Grand finale.
I know.
Husband approved. Husband approved.
I ate all the ice cream, but you don't even care that much about too much ice cream. I eat mine with a lot of ice cream.
Yeah.
Like that was nothing compared to how much ice cream I really put on my apple pie.
Get another taste just to make sure like the first one wasn't a fluke.
It's really good.
What she say? It look good and it tastes good.
Yeah. Thanks, babe.
Yeah, you did that, baby.
I knew you would like it. Your girl's actually about to take a nap. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you did enjoy, of course, give me a like because the cooking videos are coming. This is just the beginning. I kind of fell off for a minute with the cooking videos, but we back, okay? Big shout out to the J team. If you want to shout out like them, all you gotta do is click subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and let me know below. And that's it. Make sure to be bold, brave, and beautiful. And I will catch y'all in my next video. Bye.